Hey everyone, today is finally that day. We're going to do my in-depth review of the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 right here. It has been like 5 months since I posted the unboxing. My reviews do take a while to come out only because I want to experience the device in full as a consumer and not someone who gets free products and reviews them for just like a week. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes people just review them for a day or so and then that's it. It's on to the next product that they get, or that a certain company will send these bigger channels. I'm a smaller channel. I'm not affiliated with any companies like Lenovo or things like that. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if I do like certain products, I will put Amazon affiliate links to them so that you guys could check them out. And if you guys do decide to get them, I make a small commission off of that to help keep the channel going, but that's about it. Not sure how long this video is going to be. I want to give you guys as much information as possible. So if this video goes a little long, there will be timestamps below for the section that you guys are most interested in. So in this review, we are going to cover a few things. We're going to talk about Lenovo, the company that makes the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, their history, and some interesting facts about Lenovo, and also how's their customer support. We're going to talk about the price, the specs, and the features of the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. We're going to talk about the build and hardware. We're going to walk through it real quick. I've already done that in the unboxing with the hardware walkthrough, so if you guys want to see that part, I'll put a link in the description. We're going to talk about the connectivity of the Lenovo as far as like its wireless performance, like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, because it is a Wi-Fi only device as far as I'm aware of, and also how good it is with other devices, like through wireless or Bluetooth and stuff like that. We're going to talk about if you can use this as a laptop replacement or productivity tablet, and its multimedia usages and stuff like that. The screen, the speakers, the kickstand feature right here on the back of the device right there is one of its highlights, and you guys will see that in a bit. The ecosystem, if any, that this tablet has, like third-party peripherals and devices that are made for this specific tablet. And then after that we'll wrap it up, and I'll give you my summary and conclusion. Let's dive in onto the review of this Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. When I make a purchasing decision, I like to find out about the company that I'm purchasing from, so that I know if I have any issues with the product that I am interested in getting, I can get some kind of support, or at least a good way of contacting them to get support. And Lenovo, well, unless you've been living under a rock, it's probably one of the biggest companies out there, next to, like, say something like Samsung, Microsoft, Google, Apple. And if we go to their Wikipedia page, you can see it says Lenovo Group Limited, often shortened as Lenovo, is a technology company specializing in designing, manufacturing, and marketing consumer electronics, personal computers, software, business solutions, and related services. For me, my introduction, or from finding out about Lenovo, was I think when Lenovo bought IBM. They bought IBM like 1999 or 2000 so that they can acquire all of IBM's patents, because at the time IBM had some of the most patents out of any company, next to a Google or Apple and Samsung. So Lenovo was founded in Beijing on November the 1st, 1984 as Legend by a team of engineers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences. And they initially specialized in televisions. The company migrated towards manufacturing and marketing computers. Lenovo grew to become the market leader in China and raised nearly US $30 million in initial public offering on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So yeah, there we go. Lenovo was founded in November 1st of 1984 by a group of engineers from Chinese Academy of Sciences. So they've been around for 38 years now, which is pretty long in most company standards, I guess. And they have acquired IBM and all of its patents for probably 20 years now, because they got them in 1999 or 2000. Lenovo has operations in over 60 countries and sells its products in around 180 countries. Its global headquarters is in Beijing, China, while its operational headquarters is in Morrisville, North Carolina, in the United States. So that is pretty interesting. It is publicly traded in the SEHK in the New York Stock Exchange. Think like so. That's when you know you're already a big company. And their products lines go from anywhere from personal computers to smartphones, servers, supercomputers, peripherals, printers, television, scanners, and storage devices. As of 2021, their revenue is $60.742 billion. Operating income is $2.8 billion. Net income US dollars is $1.313 billion. Total assets is $37.99 billion. Total equity is $3.611 billion. And they have, as of 2021, 71,500 employees. It has Motorola Mobility as its subsidiaries and also Medion. You guys have already probably heard about Motorola and their products of smartphones and smartwatches, a few televisions. Median, I do not know. What is Median? Median AG is a German consumer electronics company. So Median makes computers, televisions, refrigerators, toasters, and fitness equipment. And Median, as you guys can see, does have a website. And there it is. It's in German. I don't know what I'm going to agree to on this, so I'm just going to hit something. And it says, as of today, March the 28th, there's some black sale going on Median's website for some laptops, computers, and other monitors and other devices. Windows 11 software. So there you go. Motorola, of course, we know they have a website. Motorola was also one of Google's early partners as far as in smartphones, and most specifically, the first Android tablet was made by Motorola. But today is about Lenovo, so let's get back to Lenovo. Lenovo also has a website, and before we go to their website, there is Lenovo's main headquarters in Beijing, China, and we go to Lenovo's website. It has different ones. This one, since since I am in the United States, it's probably going to route me to the United States website for Lenovo. And as you can see, first thing that pops up is laptops, and mostly laptops. But let's check for what we really want to check. We already know a little bit about Lenovo as a company. We know that they've been around for a while. They have a lot of patents. They make a lot of consumer electronic devices, especially computers, smartphones, and tablets. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on about Lenovo because I could probably take a whole other video to talk about Lenovo, the company. But what I want to find out is how good is their customer support. So we're going to scroll all the way down to customer support. And under customer support, you can see right there, they have a contact us with a toll-free number that you can call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They have different numbers too for sales, customer service, and small business. They also have a frequently answered column section, laptop buying guide, product facts, Lenovo forums. Need technical support, so they have here underneath for PC support, data center support, mobile support, smart device support, and technical support. So we're pretty safe as far as getting a hold of somebody at Lenovo to help us out should I have any issues with my Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. So let's just do a little quick search here. Let's just say Lenovo BBB, Better Business Bureau. So they have a profile on Better Business Bureau. And what is their rating? On Better Business Bureau, they have an A+ rating. Or is it? This business is not Better Business Bureau accredited. As far as customers go, wow. They got an average of 1.5 stars out of 287 customer reviews. That is not looking good so far. What about reseller ratings? Okay, so on resellerratings.com, out of 247 reviews, same thing, 1 star. So yeah, and if you scroll down to some of the top reviews, or the reviews that's probably most current or on top, first one 1 star out of 5. Crap. So I'm not sure what to say. Hopefully I don't have issues with my Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. Okay, so based off of customer service experiences, let's just say Lenovo is not doing too well as far as that go, according to Better Business Bureau and reseller ratings. But your experience might be different than others, as well as my experience might be different than some others. So it's just up to you. You want to buy Lenovo or not. I haven't heard too many bad reviews about them from some of the bigger YouTube channels as far as like with some of their product. And I think on some of their desktop computers, they're actually starting to make it a little bit easier for you to do things on your own and be able to upgrade certain things like on their desktop computers that you still can't do with others, like I don't know, Dell usually are notorious for making it hard for you to upgrade your computer, laptop, and things like that. So yeah, take those reviews for what you will, but they have been around for 38 years, and they do have several different ways you can call them or contact them, either through email or through phone. So for me, that's enough as far as I'm gonna go. And I believe they have the standard 1-year warranty on most of their products. As let's see, for the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, let's just look it up because we're gonna get into specs and features anyways. So we might as well go to the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13's product page. I'm pretty sure most of their devices are, at least laptops, computers, and tablets, have a 1-year warranty. Okay. As you can see down here, it says most viewed tablets. They have the Lenovo Tab P12 Pro, and that's the newest and most, their flagship at the moment, with probably the best specs. Although the Lenovo P12 Pro and the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, I believe, do share the same chipset or processor. So let's just go to Lenovo Yoga Tab P12 Pro real quick. The only thing that differentiates them is the Lenovo P12 Pro is marketed more as a productivity tablet, while the Yoga Tab is more of a entertainment tablet. The Lenovo Tab will have the Yoga Tab will have the bigger screen, although the P12 Pro might have the better screen because it's got the OLED screen, whereas the Lenovo Tab has an IPS screen. And what are we looking for? Specs. Here we go. Specs and features. Yeah, it's using the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 octa-core CPU with the Adreno 650. It's got a 12.6 inch 2K 2560 by 1600 AMOLED screen, 400 nits of brightness with Dolby Vision support, and starting memory is 8 gigabytes. Or let's go now to the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 specs and see. When I got my Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, it was $699. It was about the price of what the Lenovo P12 Pro is. So if you want to get the same processor and you don't really care about using your tablet as a laptop replacement or work device, productivity device, the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 might be the better buy. And when we go to tech specs, as you can see, it's got the same processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 octa-core, running up to 3.2 gigahertz. It's running Android 11. It's got the Adreno 650 GPU. It's got a 13-inch 2160 by 1350 LTPS display, which is an LCD display, IPS display. 400 nits of brightness, 60 hertz refresh rate, 100% of the sRGB Dolby Vision supported, and a 10-point touchscreen with 8 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM. Going by features, see, it talks all about the speakers, cinematic viewing, the kickstand, built-in kickstand. You can use it as a gaming device, although I never really use mine much as a gaming device. Mostly just viewing, like movie or YouTube watching device, Netflix device is what I mostly use my Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 for. And sometimes I do use it as a small little Bluetooth speaker because it does have great sound on this device, and you guys will see that in a little bit. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So I'm pretty sure if I ever do decide to get a Lenovo Yoga Tab P12 Pro, that it will have the better screen, although I don't think it will have the better speakers as far as compared to my Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. I think the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 will have the better speakers. The P12 Pro does have that keyboard and precision pen. That's either you can get it as accessories included or you can buy them separately. Whereas the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, it doesn't have that accessory bundle or features. It's just the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. So as far as the extra accessories, it doesn't really have any. I did have this Lenovo pen right here, as you guys can see. This is the Lenovo Active Pen for some of the Lenovo laptops, like the Yoga Tab, Yoga laptops and things like that. I ordered it when I had the Lenovo laptop, Yoga laptop, and then I returned it to Best Buy and switched it for the current laptop that I have, which is a Aero 15 OLED. But anyways, yeah, some of Lenovo's own products don't work with their devices. So this, as you can see, does not work with the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. But this pen that I have right here, which I bought for my Asus Flipbook 14, and it's normally used for like Microsoft Surface laptops, works. Gosh, I can't remember the name of this pen, but you guys will probably see it in the video. It does work, as you guys can see, with this tablet right here, as you guys can see. So getting back to specs and features, so this and the Lenovo P12 Pro both have the same chipset and processor. This has the larger screen. It doesn't have the OLED screen, but it does have the built-in kickstand. And the one other feature that it doesn't have that other tablets will have is there's no cameras on here in the back. The only cameras you have are the 8 megapixel camera right there in the front with the IR scanner and everything, and I don't know if it's showing right now. So that's that. The one that I have is, I believe, the only model. They're supposed to have different model versions of this, but this is the only one that was available at the time that I got it, which it has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. There is no expandable memory like you get with your Samsung Galaxy Tabs. So that's another thing you take into consideration, because right now the Galaxy Tab S7, which I have right here, you can get it now for like $399 or $499. So it's pretty comparable with the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 as far as in price. But they're, like I said, they're going to have different functions. And I will talk more about that in the productivity and entertainment section of the video. So specs and features for the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. It's running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 octa-core, which is at the moment 2 generations now from Qualcomm's latest chipset or processors, which is the Snapdragon 8th Gen 1. And then before that was the Snapdragon 888, and then it's the 870, and then the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 series are running the Snapdragon 865 Plus. It has Android 11. It's got the Adreno 650 GPU. It's got the 13-inch diagonal display with the resolution of 2160 by 1350, 400 nits, 60 Hz refresh rate, 100% of the sRGB Dolby Vision supported, HDR10, and 8 gigabytes of memory and 128 gigabytes of storage with no micro SD card expansion. As far as they say on their website for compatible accessories, the Lenovo Precision Pen, so you can use it for writing, which is the same pen that you can also use for the P12 Pro, but you can also get the Lenovo Precision Pen as a bundle. But on its own, the Lenovo Precision Pen is $69.99. And then the only other accessory they have is the Yoga Tab 13 sleeve, which is like a carrying case. So that is all for specs and features. This is the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 without the case on, and we'll talk more about the ecosystem and accessories later. But right here it has like some kind of felt or Alcantara type fabric on the back, which makes it very easy to hold, so it won't slip out of your hands, and it also prevents fingerprints. But the bad thing is it will pick up lint and a little bit of dust. But I never usually use this part to carry it, even when I have, especially when I have a case. I'll usually use this little built-in kickstand right here, which has a little rubber outer sleeve around this metal kickstand. I believe it's like stainless steel, 316L stainless steel kickstand. And then the bottom right here is all made out of a good quality like plastic, which is made to resemble the look of like brushed metal or aluminium, but it does collect fingerprints on this bottom part. So I made a skin for the bottom part right here with the remaining carbon fiber sticker that I had for my other devices, like my Galaxy Tab right here, with the same carbon fiber sticker right there that I made for it. So after this part right here, the kickstand feature, which is I think one of the best features, as you guys will see, here on the right side, if this is the front, and you already have that 8 megapixel camera right there with the IR sensors. Right here on the bottom is your USB-C port, your power button, and your volume up and down toggle switch right here. And right there also at this very top is the one of the microphones for like recording and video chat. Up at the very top is one of the 4 speakers right here. And then here in the middle is 2 more microphones for video chat and recordings with that front camera. And then the second speaker on the left side, which is now my right side. Here on the very bottom, it's collecting my fingerprints, is the other speakers. Right here are the speaker grills. And the whole bottom looks like a sound bar. And it does act like a sound bar. But these 3 holes right here, 1, 2, and 3, are the actual speakers on the bottom. And when you place it on the bottom, that sound, especially the bass, does bounce off of whatever surface you have it on to give it an even deeper bass. And then here on the left side is your micro HDMI port, and it says HDMI right here in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can read that. And then the other microphone right there up top. So that is the walkthrough of the tablet. So the build is overall is pretty nice and sturdy, and yeah, it feels like it's at least $600. And the kickstand is so sturdy and pretty durable. It doesn't seem like it's gotten looser over time. It still feels as firm. The hinge still feels as firm and steady as it did when I first got it over 5 months ago. So that is the walkthrough of the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. All in all, very solid build quality. The only thing you might need to get is I bought some screen protectors for it. You can get at this time of making this video some tempered glass screen protectors. I chose to go with the film screen protectors because it's better for writing, much easier for writing, and pen inner reaction is better. With the tempered glass screen protector, it feels like you're writing on glass. With the film screen protector, it actually feels a little bit like paper. So that's why I got the film screen protector that I just did videos on, and I'll put it in the description. So that is it for our hardware walkthrough and build quality on the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. Okay, let's talk about connectivity, wireless performance, and things like that. Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 has Bluetooth 5.0, probably Bluetooth 5.1. And as far as Bluetooth goes, it pairs very easily with most of the devices. I do have issues every now and then with like some of my Bluetooth speakers, reconnecting them and things like that. But as far as like with headphones, headphones pair up pretty well and no issues reconnecting them. So basically, as far as Bluetooth goes, if your device that you have this paired with is Bluetooth 5.0 or better, because the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 is Bluetooth 5.0, you won't have no issues pairing them and then reconnecting them. If it's something lower, like say Bluetooth 4.0 or below Bluetooth 5.0, sometimes you might have issues reconnecting them again. You're probably going to have to do a reset and then repair them as far as Bluetooth connectivity goes. It has good Bluetooth connectivity as far as like range, and again, it's going to depend on if the device that you have, the Yoga Tab 13, is at Bluetooth 5.0 or greater also. So if they're both Bluetooth 5.0, your range is going to be even better. You shouldn't have too many issues. I didn't really have too many issues with Bluetooth pairing and reconnecting. And a lot of my devices now are Bluetooth 5.0, so I have no problems with that. The one little issue I have is wireless connectivity. So I don't know if you guys can see right now. Here is my Wi-Fi, and I am connected. It seems like the signal is strong, right? But every time I go to, like, say something like YouTube, even if I'm pretty close, it just I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or on this, but on my other devices like my S21 Ultra or my Galaxy Tab S7 or my new tablet, the Lenovo Yoga Tab, when I have it set to highest quality as far as videos go, when you want to watch the videos, it'll play it at its highest quality. The on this one, it seems to want to play it in its lowest quality or in a lower quality. So every now and then when I watch like YouTube videos, I have to go back and pick the higher quality. So for example, I'm gonna go to my channel because I don't want to get no copyright infringements and stuff like that. Let's see, we're gonna play the Sundara video right here, and let me silence it real quick because we don't need to hear what I'm saying on this video. We just want to see the quality. So I did record this in 4K and I uploaded it to 4K. Let's see where it's going. See, it's going at 720, and when I go higher quality, it might play it at the higher quality, which is 1440p, which is its highest it can get to, but sometimes it don't do that. It always will pick the lower quality, whereas on my S21 Ultra or my Tab S6 or my Lenovo Yoga Tab, if I have it set to pick the highest quality, it'll play it at the highest quality as long as the connection is strong. And right now the connection is strong, but it always seems to pick the lowest quality. I don't know why that is. It's even in my settings on the on the settings here, I always have it to use at higher settings. But yeah, so that's the connectivity part on this. So other than the Wi-Fi giving me little issues here and there, Bluetooth is really good and pairs with other devices real well. So when you're using mirrorcast mode or mirror mode, like say you're watching YouTube on or Netflix on this, and then I want to put it on my TV, sometimes it'll lose connection for no reason. It loses connection for no reason a lot more times than my other devices like my phone or my tablets. And the HDMI device right here, the HDMI port right here, you can use it, so you can use this as a secondary screen to whatever you have it with. I used it sometimes as a secondary screen for my Sony cameras or my Panasonic cameras, as you guys can see right there. It's used as a secondary device for those cameras, and also sometimes with Windows. The good thing with this Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 and what wasn't mentioned in the feature section on its website is that it has what's called the Lenovo Unity app. And what the Lenovo Unity app does is it connects your desktop or laptop to your tablet just the way you would connect mirror mode or Samsung DeX. Although this does not have a DeX mode, that's the big knock on this, no DeX mode, but we'll get to that in the productivity section. And you can connect it with your laptop or your desktop via the Lenovo Unity app as a secondary screen, because that's also, you can also use it, the Lenovo Unity app, probably on other devices other than Lenovo. I know it is compatible with most Lenovo tablets, especially the P12 Pro and this Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 right here. And with the Lenovo Unity app, you don't really need this micro or mini HDMI port to use it as a secondary display. It can also be used as a secondary display to your desktop or laptop with the Lenovo Unity app, but you need Windows 10 build, like 19 point something, or Windows 11, a Windows 11 build to be able to use that app. If you have something like Windows 8 or the previous builds, earlier builds of Windows 10, the Lenovo Unity app might not work. And then that's when that micro HDMI app can come in handy, if you can't use the Lenovo Unity app for making this PC or this tablet as your secondary display. So that is it for connectivity. All in all, it's pretty good. If I were to give it a rating, like say from 1 to 10, it would be an 8.5. If it was from a star rating of like 1 to 5 stars, it would probably get a 4 stars for connectivity. So that is that for connectivity and Bluetooth and wireless performance. All right, now we're getting deeper into the meat of the review, or into the tablet as far as like its uses. Like I said, this is marketed as a mostly entertainment multimedia tablet. As far as work goes, and this depends again on the person and what they consider productivity and everything like that. As far as a laptop replacement, like say your Samsung Galaxy Tab S series, I don't think it's as good. It's probably not even as good as its own sister or brother tablet, the Lenovo P series, which has a productivity mode. So on the P series, Lenovo P series, it does have in here on the notification bar like a separate tab or section to hit for productivity mode, which is kind of like a DeX mode. This does not have it, but you can still use it as a semi laptop device. I mean, you already have the built-in kickstand. I had this paired to my wireless keyboard and mouse via Bluetooth to use it somewhat like a laptop. So let me show you guys that real quick. Okay, see, so this is what I'm talking about. I just turned it on and I want to connect it to this keyboard right here, this wireless keyboard. But this wireless keyboard is, I believe, Bluetooth 4, maybe Bluetooth 3. And so it has problems every now and then reconnecting. I have to like make sure whatever the last device that this keyboard was connected to, is the Bluetooth for that device is turned off before I can connect it to the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. And see, it didn't want to do it. So I'm going to have to check if I'm connected to another device to reconnect it. Okay, so now I'm paired up. I actually had to do a reset to get it to connect. And now we can go here and see, we can use the keyboard like we could normally. Right? I don't know what the hell I'm typing. Probably nothing. So that's the keyboard, and you can use it as a desktop. You can also use it with the mouse. Okay, so right now I got it paired with my Bluetooth mouse and the keyboard, and yeah, you can kind of use it as a computer right there, maybe, you can see the Bluetooth mouse is working. I can do a search, go like YouTube, boom, there you go, and go to YouTube. As you guys can see, so I don't know what productivity is to you guys, but yeah, you can use it as kind of like a laptop replacement. You just won't have a desktop apps or a desktop look and feel like you do with Samsung DeX or Lenovo's own productivity mode. So as far as using it as a productivity device or tablet device, you can get things done. Like you can check your email, which I'm not going to go to right now. I don't want people checking my email. You can look up documents, do like web searches for productivity, like assignments or homework, and things like that. Watch some YouTube videos on something that you might have homework or a study on. So it can be used if you pair it with a keyboard and a mouse, but not in the same way as more productive as say Samsung DeX or Lenovo's own productivity mode. You can't use like multi windows and splits like that. Lenovo calls which is funny because it's called Smart Home or Smart Launcher. It has the same name as the launcher that I normally use for this, which is Smart Launcher, which I'm not using right now because I want to show you guys the other feature that this has. And so let's get into mostly what you will be using this for, and that's entertainment and multimedia. On Lenovo's own launcher, when you swipe to the right, like so, it'll take you to Lenovo's entertainment space. And that's where we're on right now. And right here are some of your most used apps for multimedia on the bottom. And then this has like suggestions. So Outpost, Hunters is like some of the shows that I watch. Tom Clancy's The Division, Agent Origins, and things like that. So that's what entertainment space is. I don't know why it's not showing the pictures. Like I said, this is the issue that I have with this. The wireless is kind of slow sometimes on this, and so right now it's not loading up on the feeds as much as I want it to, as you can see. Right? It should be, you should be able to see like the pictures and all of that. So entertainment space is good, but I hardly ever use it because I usually use whatever I use on my other device. So let me show you guys my other device. Okay, so right here we have default apps. I typed up default apps and see the home app for Lenovo is called Smart Launcher, but the launcher that I use, it was also called Smart Launcher. So I'm gonna go to that one, and there you go. And so the one thing with the Lenovo right now, it's still on Android 11. My Tab S7 and my S21 Ultra are already on Android 12. So it's one version, Android version behind. Is that some of the apps that are on the Play Store for the Samsung Galaxy Tab is not available for the Lenovo Tab 13, so Yoga Tab 13. So what I have to do sometimes is to find the app itself, do a Google search on the app that I want to get, and then install it, like the Soundcore app. The latest Soundcore app is not available on this version of Google Play. I had to get it off of Soundcore, or download it off of one of Soundcore's servers, and then install the most current Soundcore app because it wasn't available to me no more on the Google Play Store for the Lenovo Yoga Tab as it is for the Galaxy Tab S7 right here. So that was the one issue that I have, and till this day I still have certain issues like that where the stuff that you can get on the Play Store for the Galaxy Tab S7, they're not available on the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. So if we go back to the home section, you could see same thing here on my S21 Ultra because it is on Android 12 and all the goodness that comes with Android 12. Like when you switch up a wallpaper, you know, you get to the theming section that this has also. So it matches the theme on your device, the whole color scheme with the color of your wallpaper, which the Lenovo Yoga Tab don't have because it doesn't have Android 12 yet. And that's the one other big thing, that the big elephant in the room that we should talk about, since we are talking about software, is its updates. Is it going to get the latest Android 12? If you have any of the Samsung devices like the Tab S21 Ultra and the Tab S7, they will be getting at least 1 or 2 more Android version updates, and then 4 more years, I think, of security updates. And then if you have the newer devices like the S22 and the S8, you're probably going to get even a longer support for like maybe up to like Android 14 and 5 more years of security updates on that device, which Lenovo doesn't state. And they say that this, I looked it up. I did a search and it says that the Yoga Tab was one of those devices that will be getting Android 12. It just doesn't say when it's getting Android 12. And as you guys know, Android 12L is coming out now for like large screen Android 12L, which is made more for the larger screens or dual screens or tablet devices. So who knows if the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 is going to get that, since we are talking about software. If you can bypass all of that, the one tablet that I do pick up a lot most of the time for just to watch movies or YouTube or Netflix is this. And that's because, number one, the form factor, it's got the larger screen size. It's got the built-in kickstand. And like I said, you can use the kickstand to hang the tablet in like certain spots and just, you know, use it as an extra monitor or a monitor. Like when I'm in the kitchen, I can use it and put it off of the handles, off the cupboards, and I could just keep it away from the counters if I'm like cleaning the counters, or if I know like the counters are kind of greasy because I'm cooking food and whatever, making cooking or frying foods. It's going to be safe, it's going to be clean, because I could just hang it off the cupboards on the in the kitchen. Or if I'm at the garage and at my home gym, I don't have to have it on the kickstand and put it somewhere where it could fall or weights could land on it, because I could just put it up on the nails that I have that I use to hang devices that I used to hang stuff with, and now it's safe and out of the way, and I can watch videos. Mostly just have workout videos running. Usually I just have them running in the background while I'm working out to give me extra motivation for my home workouts. Especially when the gyms were still closed and nothing was opened up much yet, and I had to mostly work out at home, this was the tablet I would use in the garage to listen to music and everything like that, or have workout videos playing in the background while I'm working out. So the Yoga Tab 13 is the device or the tablet that I pick up mostly 8 times out of 10 when I want to watch YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime stuff, because of the screen size. And like I said, this screen here is a 13-inch, 400 nits of brightness, HDR10 and Dolby Vision support. It's an IPS LCD, but it's a pretty good IPS screen. It's got pretty good viewing angles except in sunlight, and it's got a 2160 by 1350 16 by 10 ratio screen with 196 pixels per inch, and it's pretty good for watching content. There is no different display settings like you do get like from some of the Samsung smartphones or tablets. Like you can put it like on a vivid mode or display mode. It just has, I don't know what it has for display mode, to be honest with you, as long as I've had it, because I've never bothered to really check. I do know that like on color mode, it has standard bright color temperature. I just left it as is. It's not like on Samsung's where you can pick a display profile. So under display we go to screen mode, and on Samsung devices it'll have vivid or natural. I left it at vivid for the Tab S7, and this one I just left it whatever its standard color mode is right there. I could put it on probably bright, warm, cold, and standard. Maybe I should put it on bright. That actually looks like vivid mode right there. Things being equal, as far as the display goes, it's a really nice display. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the color saturation of Samsung's IPS display right here on the Tab S7. It's as close to looking as OLED as you're gonna get, and you will see that in the pictures or in the videos right now when I compare this to the my other OLED screen, which is my 15-inch Aero 15 OLED laptop screen. But yeah, it does have a really good screen, but I think it's just a step below what Samsung offers on their IPS, or most especially Samsung's OLED displays. That's why I am considering getting the Tab S8 Plus, not the Ultra, but the Plus. I don't know why. I just don't like that notch on the Ultra. Plus, I don't know if I can take that big of a screen where it's almost the size of my laptop. Maybe I don't know. I might change my mind. But again, that's not about the S8. This is about the Yoga Tab 13. So getting back to the 13. As far as a multimedia device, it's only Wi-Fi. It doesn't have like 4G or 5G LTE. So if you do take it out and about, you have to make sure you're in some place where you can get Wi-Fi, or there's public Wi-Fi. You can't take it on road trips and things like that and put it in your car and watch, unless you use your smartphone, like your S21 Ultra or your Apple smartphone, as the Wi-Fi device. Battery life on the, since we are talking about multimedia, battery life on this is really good. It's got a pretty big battery on the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. The Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 has a 10,200 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty good for almost a whole day, depending on how much video streaming or video watching you're doing, or any kind of other intensive work that you do. I do notice though its standby time is not as good as the Galaxy Tab S7, and I had to turn off, there's a feature called Pick Up to Wake. I had to turn that off. I also had to turn off face detection with the front camera, because it always comes on regardless, and it'll try to look for your face. Even if you're just walking by the tablet, it'll try to turn on and look for a face when you're not trying to use it on purpose. So I had to put back my other case for it, which is the folio case right here, so that I can cover up the camera so it's not always trying to look for a face to unlock the tablet. Because if when it does that all the time, your battery, it really kills the battery when it does that. So I had to turn that off and then put the case back on to cover the front camera lens here on the Yoga Tab 13. So as far as battery life goes, the battery life on standby is much better on the Tab S7, even with a smaller, what is this, like 7,800 8,000 milliamp hour battery versus the 10,200 milliamp hour battery on the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. Yeah, so as far as multimedia goes though, where this does really excel at though is its loudspeakers. The speakers here on the bottom, and see right here how they're fat. And the one thing I like with this bottom part is that if you use it for reading, you can use this part like a folded part of a book, like a paperback book, and just hold this part, and it makes holding the tablet way easier for reading like web pages or documents or ebooks. Much easier like that, like Kindle books, way easier when you're holding it like this from the bottom part. And that's why I had to modify my Finti folio case, as you guys will see in a moment. But let's play some copyright free music for you guys so you guys can kind of see the difference between the Tab S7 and the Yoga Tab 13 as far as their speakers go, because they both have quad speakers. The LoomPad I'm not even going to compare because I don't think it's as loud, and the LoomPad only has 2 speakers. The S7 and this Yoga Tab 13 both have 4 or quad speakers. So let me go look for my copyright free music for you guys so I can play that and you guys can hear the differences. Okay, right now we're about like a foot and a half away from the tablets. I'm going to play the song that is in my outro on my videos. First on the Tab S7 in full volume. As you can see. So both of them are at full volume. I don't know if it's really picking up on my... Actually, it probably isn't picking up. Okay, let's do this again. We're going to put my Dady mic in a proper location, pointing towards the tablets and not towards me, which is the back of the camera. Okay, now let's do a Dolby Atmos sound test. Okay, we're gonna run the Dolby Amaze trailer, Dolby Atmos trailer Amaze. First up is the Tab S7, so you can see how it handles movies. Okay, so to sum up, the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 is the multimedia tablet to get. If that is all that you plan on doing with the device is for watching Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime. It's a tablet, like I said, that I pick up whenever I want to watch videos more than all of the other ones, or listen to music, even Tidal and things like that. Only because number one, something I haven't mentioned, it's not as restrictive as Samsung's as far as its use in codecs, because the layout of the launcher on here is almost stock Android. It doesn't have the Samsung Samsung One UI touches on it, and whatever Samsung deems is that you can use or appropriate or whatever, just like Apple with their devices. So this is stock close to stock Android as you're going to get on the on a Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, and also with its use of codecs and things like that. The one thing that I do notice is Samsung has been pretty good on its updates, even faster than Google sometimes, and even through T-Mobile. Sometimes some of the T-Mobile updates, like on my smartphone, comes out a lot faster than on my Galaxy Tab S7, which is from Samsung and not from T-Mobile. The Tab S7 is the tablet for multimedia, especially because its most, out of all its features, it is the speakers on this. I mean, this is pretty much a miniature soundbar on this Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, and I think it has the best speakers out of any tablet that I've heard, even better than my brother's Apple iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and I would have compared that and put it in this video, but unfortunately my brother and his family are in Hawaii on vacation, which is I should be doing again pretty soon, so that's that. But yeah, the breadth, the width of the sound stage this has, even the bass, you can feel the bass off of it. It's tuned by JBL, and it's a Dolby Atmos certified sound system on this thing. Let's see, where's that at? The Dolby Atmos, I usually just leave it on dynamic, because when it's on dynamic, it knows, it's smart enough to know whether you're watching movies or listening to music. And so I just leave it on dynamic. And like I said, the speakers are really nice. The spaciousness and the sound is really good. And it's something that you have to hear in person. The videos on this won't do it justice, but it's really good for that, as far as like the sound system on this thing. So in that regards, and with that out of the way, for multimedia, this is the multimedia tablet to get. It's got the built-in kickstand that's really versatile, like I said, and yeah, and that display, and most especially the sound, is its best feature. The speakers, it's got the best speakers out of any tablet as far as this time goes at the time of this recording. There might be another tablet that's going to come out pretty soon, maybe a Lenovo Yoga Tab 14 that's going to have even bigger soundbar speakers on the bottom, but so far for now it's the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 that I believe have the best speakers on any tablet. So now we will talk about its ecosystem or accessories, and then we can wrap up. So the ecosystem as of today has still not quite improved, if any. It really hasn't. As far as like your accessories, it's not going to be like your Tab S7, like this device, where there's all kinds of accessories and third-party devices that you can get that are specifically made for the tablet. There's other accessories that can be compatible, but as far as made specifically for the tablet, not too many. And like I said, till this day, there hasn't been too many cases. So the first case that I got was this Finti folio case right here. I can't remember the exact name of it. This was a nice case. The only thing is, with this cover, you couldn't use it in its like hang portrait mode or whatever. So I had to make some modifications to that, as you guys will see. Let me put the tablet into the case so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so now the tablet is inside the case. So I made this cutout right here, and it was really hard to cut it. I had to use some heavy-duty scissors. I bought it at Walmart. These heavy-duty titanium carbo, what were these scissors? Anyways, to cut the front flap right here, cover that protects the screen. And then I put this carbon fiber sticker over here so that it'll hold it up, because I couldn't like just leave it like the way it was. I only cut the sides in the beginning, but it wasn't coming all the way out. So then I had to cut it completely out and then put this over it, the sticker, to hold it there and use it like that. So the thing with the Lenovo is it doesn't have that like feature where the screen will turn on and off when it's on the cover. So you have to turn it off itself. Let's see. Okay, so see, like right now, if I put this cover over it, as you can see, it's still on. I have to do this. And the reason why I put this back on is because, like I said, that front-facing camera is always trying to look for a face, even when you're not trying to use it. So it wears the battery out a lot faster. So I had to turn that off, and even when I turned off facial recognition, it would still try to look for the face. So that was the only thing I can do to keep the battery in standby mode to last a lot longer, is to put this cover on so the front camera will be covered. So look at my Leia Loom Pad, and this is also, the software on here is also as close to stock Android as you can get. And see, the screen will be on, right? But once I put this on, the cover over the screen, it turns off the screen, as you can see. But when I lift it all the way back up, the screen turns back on. If I cover it, the screen will turn off. If I lift it all the way back up, the screen turns back on. The Lenovo does not do that. Same thing with my Tab S7. If I put the cover on, it'll turn the screen off. Here, see, it turns it on. Now it turns it back on. Put the cover over it. The cover is off. Lift it all the way up, and the cover turns back on. So the Lenovo Yoga Tab does not do that. So you have to do it on its own. But okay, so what I was saying about this part, if I want to use the hanging feature right there, because this was here, you can't put it all the way back. Because before I made this cutout, see, this thing would get in the way. But now, when I made that cutout, I could just do this, and now I could still use that hang mode feature right there. See? But if I didn't have that, I couldn't use that feature. See? Because this gets in the way right there. But usually you won't be able to do that anyways, because it'll only go up to here, and then you can only do that. And now you can't hang it, because if you try to hang it like this, the screen will just fall right back down, right? But now, because I made this cutout right here, I could actually do the hang feature right there. So that's the modifications I had to make, because I still to this day cannot find other cases that had that feature. Now I have the other case, which is this like almost heavy duty silicone case, which protects it from drops and it makes it more versatile. But you don't have that front cover right there to block the camera lens. I mean, I could use I could have probably just used like, I don't know, like a towel or something, microfiber cloth or something like that I have lying around to cover the camera lens. But yeah, I've been using this a lot more so than lately. And this is the only other case that I have for it, is the silicone cover case. As far as screen protectors go, there are only a few for the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 that's made for it. Whereas on my Tab S7, you can go back and look through my channel on how many other cases that I have for this. I think like 4 so far, and the only reason why I didn't get more is because, number one, the cases for the tablets are more expensive than on smartphones, like say my S21 Ultra, and I don't really have to go through too much as far as like what I need as far as feature wise on some of these cases. So I just stuck with the right now all of my tablets have the folio cases on them so that they would all match up. So as far as the ecosystem and accessories built specifically for the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13, nothing much. It doesn't come with like a keyboard covered case like the P12 Pro that also has the same chipset as this. It doesn't come bundled with the precision pen. You have to buy that separately, and that's going to cost you like $70 and things like that. So the ecosystem and the accessory support hasn't really improved since the first time I bought this around over 5 months ago. I don't think it'll improve that much better as time goes on. So that's something you're going to have to take into consideration when you purchase the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. Okay, so to sum up, this is the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 review. And if you're okay with probably not getting the updates and the support like you would for like a Samsung Tab S series of devices for like software updates and things and firmware or security updates, if you're okay with not getting all of those features, then this is the multimedia tablet device for you. If you like playing video games, even though I haven't really played any video games on this as much, you can do it on the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. And if you like watching movies or videos, this is the tab for you because it's got a really good screen and it's got the best speakers on any tablet. I mean, the speakers are basically mini sound bars down here, as you can see. I mean, they look like a sound bar. And it has that built-in kickstand, which is really good and sturdy and very firm. The hinge is very firm. It has never once felt like it's gotten loose over time in 5 months that I've had it. The build quality is pretty good. It's second to none, just as good, I would say, as some of the Samsung tablets or Samsung's S series of tablets, which is Samsung's higher end tablets. Although even though this is not all metal like the P12 Pro, I think they had to make compromises because if this would be all metal, including the metal kickstand, it would probably be a lot heavier than what it is right now. I mean, the Yoga Tab 13 weighs over a pound. It's 1.83 pounds or 803 grams versus the Galaxy Tab S7s right here, 500 grams I think. I'll put the weight of both of them in the screen as you guys are watching. So they had to make compromises on that, but otherwise the build quality is really good. I have no issues that if you take care of your device, this is going to last you for a while. And the other thing, the big negative, is the ecosystem. Third party accessories are not as much, hardly any, compared to your Samsung or Apple tablet. So if you're okay with just a few accessories like what I have here, which I just have the 2 cases, and other than that, I mean, it's compatible with most Bluetooth mouses and keyboards. The only thing is, like I said, is with the screen protectors and cases. And a lot of those, you're going to probably have to order them through like AliExpress. So you're going to have a long waiting period. Then say if you ordered them on Amazon, they're going to cost you a lot more. And you're still going to have to wait for them because they don't have the Amazon Prime, like 1 or 2 day shipping, and think free 2 day, 1 day shipping, things like that. So the ecosystem third-party support is not as good either. But yeah, other than that, if all you want to do on this is watch videos, play video games, watch movies, listen to music, this is the ultimate multimedia entertainment device with this mini soundbar speakers here on the bottom and its built-in kickstand. So all around, do I recommend it? Yeah, if you're okay with those cons, that it doesn't have a lot of third-party support, you might not be able to get the latest updates in software as far as like Android versions and security updates, and also the app support, because it'll be a software or 2 down from the latest, like on Samsung or Google if Google makes one. The Google Play Store won't have as many apps compatible with this as with those most current devices. But yeah, if you're just going to use it for multimedia watching videos, movies, listening to music, playing video games, it's a great device, and for that it's recommended. And it's even more so recommended for those types of uses now, because at the time that I got it, it was $699, and now it's $300 off because of the new P12 Pro that just came out for $699. The price of this went down to $399, so $300 less than what it was before. If it was still $699, I might say, get it at your own discretion, but for $399, it's a good buy all around. So yeah, that is our look and my review, 5-month-long review or usage review of the this Lenovo Yoga Tab 13. If you guys have found this video informative and helpful, and you got some entertainment, and you have found value in the video, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at The Workout Geek for all my latest happenings and great workout tips. Till next time, everybody, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. See you next time.